Why do most people stay middle class forever? It's not because they want to. It's because they're following invisible patterns. Patterns they never chose, patterns they never questioned, and patterns that quietly trap them for life. And the strangest part, these patterns feel normal. They feel safe. They feel responsible. But they keep millions of people stuck in the same cycle: earn, spend, repeat without ever breaking through to real freedom. Today, we're going to expose those invisible patterns. And I promise, once you see them, you'll never fall for them again. Let's begin. From childhood, most of us are raised with the exact same script. Go to school, get good grades, find a stable job with good benefits, and live a life that looks successful from the outside. You know the drill. But nobody explains the real truth, that the middle class isn't defined by how much money you make. It's defined by your mindset. And that mindset is built on one powerful emotion disguised as wisdom: fear, the fear of losing a job. The fear of taking risks, the fear of disappointing your family or society, the fear of stepping off the well-trodden expected path. This fear whispers to you that the safest choice is the right choice. So what happens? You grow up believing that the ultimate goal is the job with benefits, the mortgage with 30-year payments, the lifestyle designed to look comfortable, but in reality, keeps you financially fragile and one emergency away from disaster. And then the trap is set. Because middle-class people are taught to focus on income, not wealth. This is a critical distinction. They measure success by how much they earn, not how much they keep. They chase promotions, bigger salaries, and better job titles, while quietly increasing their lifestyle to match every single raise. A bigger paycheck becomes a bigger car payment. A promotion becomes a bigger house in a more expensive neighborhood. More money just becomes more monthly payments. This is what's known as lifestyle inflation. The invisible pattern is this: every single time their income goes up, so do their expenses. They're running on a financial hamster wheel, and even when they run faster, they don't actually go anywhere. And that cycle, my friends, keeps them trapped forever. But that's just the first pattern. The second invisible trap is the belief that working harder is the only path to getting ahead. The middle-class mindset teaches you to trade your time for money, and it convinces you that the only way to make more money is to trade more time. So they work extra hours, they take overtime shifts. They pick up side gigs that just add more labor to their already packed day. They're burning themselves out. But no matter how much they earn, they're still stuck in the same formula. Time multiplied by effort equals money. The wealthy don't follow that formula. They understand it's a trap. Instead, they build systems. They create assets. They invest in things that grow even when they're asleep. They don't look for income that depends on their time. They look for income that depends on leverage. Leverage can be money, technology, or other people's time. But for the middle class, the word leverage feels like a synonym for risk, and risk feels absolutely terrifying, which brings us directly to the third invisible pattern. The middle class avoids discomfort at all costs. Anything outside their comfort zone feels dangerous. Starting a business, that's too risky. Investing in the stock market, that's too confusing. Learning high-value skills like coding, sales, or digital marketing, that's too time-consuming. Networking with successful people, that's too intimidating. And so, year after year, they stay exactly where they are, comfortable, but never truly free. They choose the certainty of a paycheck over the possibility of building something for themselves. The fourth invisible pattern is the belief that debt is normal. This one is everywhere. Middle-class people use debt to buy things that make them feel successful. Today, fancy cars, exotic vacations, home upgrades, the latest gadgets, all while sacrificing their future stability. They think of debt as a tool, but in reality, debt becomes a leash that quietly controls every single one of their decisions. They can't quit the job they hate. They can't take a risk on a new venture. They can't start something new. Why? Because the monthly payments force them to stay exactly where they are, chained to their desk. And that leads to the fifth and most dangerous pattern of all. The middle class confuses motion with progress. They work hard. They stay busy. They follow their routines. They check all the boxes society gave them. They do everything they think they're supposed to do. But none of it moves them closer to financial freedom. They are spinning their wheels, but their car is stuck in the mud. Why? Because they're optimizing for stability, not growth. They're optimizing for social approval, not real results. They're optimizing for comfort, not change. Meanwhile, the wealthy optimize for the exact opposite. They actively embrace discomfort. They take calculated risks. They question traditional advice. And most importantly, they study money like it's a language. Because money is a language, and if you don't understand the rules and vocabulary of that language, you will always depend on those who do. You'll be playing a game where you don't even know the rules. The middle class treats money like a mystery, something that just happens to them. The wealthy treat money like a skill, something to be mastered. That's why one group survives, and the other group thrives. But here's the truth: nobody tells you the most hopeful part of this whole story. You don't break out of the middle class by just making a little more money. You break out by changing the patterns that control your decisions. The day you stop chasing lifestyle upgrades. The day you start learning how money actually works. The day you choose growth over comfort. That is the day your life truly begins to shift. Because freedom isn't something you earn with a paycheck. Freedom is something you build brick by brick with your daily habits. And it starts with small choices. Choices you can make today. Reading books on finance instead of watching noise on TV. Learning skills that dramatically increase your value in the marketplace. Saving before you even think about spending. Investing your money before you upgrade your car. Taking small, calculated risks before you feel 100% ready. The invisible patterns holding people back are powerful, but they are not permanent. They are not laws of nature. You can rewrite them. You can break them. You can choose a different future. Most people will stay middle class forever, but you don't have to be one of them. You clicked on this video for a reason. The moment you decide to think differently, your entire path changes, your world expands, your opportunities grow, and you step into a life the middle-class mindset could never even imagine. Because the difference between the middle class and the wealthy ISNT, the amount of money in their bank account, it's the mindset to build money, the discipline to keep money, and the courage to multiply money. And once you learn that mindset, you'll never go back. Thanks for watching. If this video opened your eyes, make sure to subscribe for more content that challenges the way you think about money and life. See you in the next one.